Welcome back to my channel. Today we would be discussing chapter 4th in your Geography NCERT book of class 9th, which is called Climate. This is part 1 of the series. I might have around 3 to 4 parts of this because I feel it is a very important chapter for your understanding of climate and later environment and natural resources. So I don't want to rush through it. I want to give it time so that it doesn't become boring for y'all, yet it is informative and can be used for quick revisions. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, leave comments below just in case you want any particular chapter to be done, or any questions you want that I should answer based on the notes. Please go ahead and comment. Coming back to the chapter. So in this chapter we would be covering what is climate, how is it different from weather, what are the factors that affect climate, and how is Indian climate very different from other climate, and what are the factors behind it. I would suggest, if you have any doubt at any point, do ask me, because this is going to be a very important chapter for you, not only in school but later in your college examinations, or if you prepare for civil services, or just any services for that matter. Okay, so let's go to the first point. If you can see, I have written over here climate versus weather. So many people use these two concepts very interchangeably. We sometimes say, the climate is very hot, or the weather is very cold, or it is rainy. Many people do not understand that there is a difference between climate and weather, and it is a very big difference. However, the factors that go on to determine weather and climate could be almost the same. So a very lame example would be, say, for chicken curry or mutton curry. Both the things are very different, but the spices could be very similar. Similarly for chicken curry and chicken biryani. So the spices might be very same, or you might use the ingredients which are very similar for both the recipes, but ultimately both the things are extremely different. Okay, I should not talk about food during studies. Or coming back to my video, climate versus weather. To be very precise, weather means the atmospheric condition at that point of time. So if I ask, how is Cuttack's weather today? So you would say it was raining very much, it was cold, or say for 2-3 days, suppose there's a low pressure and there's a lot of rainfall, the weather has been, very wet and very rainy for 2-3 days. So weather is basically fluctuating. It could remain consistent for 2-3 days, or say 7 days or 10 days, or could be 2 weeks or something if there's a cyclone or something like that, but it is the current status. So if you see in any news channel, they do not say today's climate report, they always say today's weather report. Okay, now coming to climate. Climate is something consistent for a longer period. Now this longer period is not 1 year, 2 year or 10 year. It is as long as 30 years. So if we say that for 30 years around, Kashmir is having a cold climate with snowfall, little sunlight, then that is the climate. So it could be the weather of that particular day, but throughout the year, throughout several years, there has to be a consistency in the climatic pattern. So climate is basically for the longer period, weather is for the shorter period. Climate is consistent, weather could be fluctuating. However, the conditions that go on to determine climate and weather may be very, very similar. So as I have written over here, climate is nothing but weather 1, weather 2, weather 3, weather n. So it is basically the average condition of all weather reports. Now coming back to this point. So what are the conditions that determine climate or weather? Their temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, precipitation. We would deal with all these points later when we talk about Indian climate. Now let us just specifically know about climate controls. As suggested by the heading, what do you mean by climate controls? The controlling factors that determine the climate of a region, area, whatever. So the first climate control that we would be reading is latitude. Latitude, as we know, Earth is basically a spherical shaped planet, or you can better say it is spheroid. It is not circle completely, neither it is of any other shape. It is geoid or spheroid or whatever. So if you can see from this, don't mind my diagram, I'm really bad at it, so just for your understanding, so if you can see, this is the sun, this is the equator, then you have Tropic of Cancer, Capricorn, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. I'm not going to the details, but if you see, sun's rays in the equator would be direct. That is, it just means that it will have a hot wet type of climate, because it'll be direct sun rays, it'll be very hot, then there'll be low pressure, then there'll be rain to balance it. So basically this type of climate would be so different from same this type of climate here near Antarctica, because there is slanting rays of sun. So if there is slanting rays of sun, definitely it will have a more cooler climate. Temperature decreases from equator towards poles. Why? Answer is very simple, because of the rays of sun. If you can see, sun's rays over here is direct, as you go up sun's rays will be indirect, so that plays a very important role. Latitude. Second point comes which we are discussing is altitude. Altitude, so this is a mountain, do not laugh, it is okay, just think it to be a mountain for the time being. So this is a mountain. So if you see, if you are standing here, so if you're Mr. X, you're standing here, it would be little bit hot, but the more you go up and suppose you are here, this place would be very very cool. Why? Because the thickness of the atmosphere reduces as you go up and up. So temperature definitely would decrease, because atmosphere is less and less dense, which means that there may be places which are very hot, but there may be hill stations in those places. For example, Mount Abu in Rajasthan. Rajasthan is having a hill station, and when you go up here, it is very cool. It may not have snowfall or something like that as in other hill stations that we could imagine, but it will definitely be very cooler over here, and that is why it is a hill station. So the more you go up over here, the temperature would drop and you would have cooler climate. Fine. Let's come to pressure and wind system. So this latitude plus altitude creates pressure and wind system, which influence the temperature and rainfall pattern of that area. Now this is a very important point, which I feel when I was in school somehow I couldn't understand it. I don't know, it took me say 10-20 years to understand what this entire thing is. So let's just focus on this. Many times you must have, people say low pressure हो गया है, बहुत बारिश हो रही है. So if you see, low pressure is always associated with lot of rainfall. Here I will show you a little diagram. So suppose a low pressure area is created, which means that the pressure of this area is low. Why will the pressure will be low in this area? Maybe because of too much of sunlight, which drives the wind away from this place, making this a low pressure area. So what happens in a low pressure area? Wind from different direction come and try to fill up, then there is rainfall and lot of other things. So there is something called high pressure, where things are very much stable. There is something called low pressure, which is always accompanied by rainfall, sometimes cyclone, and all such weather conditions, which ultimately determine the climate of a place. Wind system also plays a very important role. Suppose a place which is very windy and a place where there is no wind. So where the place is very windy, the weather condition is kind of circulating around, but suppose there is no wind, the weather condition is not circulating around over there. So that means that the climate would also vary. Sea. Now you must be thinking, how does sea play an important role in determining climate? People in Odisha must have gone to Puri. So if you compare the climate of Puri to Bhubaneswar or Cuttack, it is very different. So it is not stark different, but it is different, definitely. So if there is a sea here and there is a city say Puri over here and there is a city say X over here, this could be any city, okay, say Raulkela. So if this is the sea, that means there will be sea breeze over here, there will be land breeze over here, right? Wind will be flowing from the sea to the land, wind will be flowing from land to the sea. That means there will be more or less a balanced weather condition over here, because if the land is too hot, cool breeze from the sea would cool the land down. Suppose the land is too cool, then the sea's warm breeze will moderate it. So basically sea acts as a moderator. But if you go say very interior, say Raulkela, where there is no sea around, the climate is going to be extreme because there is no land breeze or sea breeze to moderate conditions over here. So sea plays a very important role. Okay, there is a concept called continentality, which means continent. If you see, just think about land and all those places. Don't think about continent in the sense of 7 continent. Think about continentality as landform or the land areas. So what is this condition of continentality? This extreme condition of very hot or very cold, that is when they are away from the oceans or sea, from the moderating role of sea or oceans, it leads to continentality, which is very extreme. Coming to the next point, which is ocean currents or onshore winds. These 2 points are very much related. So as we know, wind flows from one place to another. Similarly, in water also, imagine there is a particular type of current. Current means something happens for which the water flows in that particular direction. Say there is a water current over here. There are a lot of names of these water currents. I don't want to go into details. We'll do it in some other chapter perhaps. Okay, so here suppose there is a water current near equator, and this water current is traveling towards say this place, which is little bit cooler. That means it will also make this place warmer. Similarly, suppose here there is a ocean current near the Arctic Circle. Suppose that ocean current comes down through the oceans. It covers seas and oceans and it comes down to this place somewhere middle or above the equator. So it will bring in cold current from north till this middle position. That means ocean currents also play a very important role in balancing the weather condition. So there may be places where the place is near equator, but it might be getting cold waves because of cold ocean current. So there may be places near the Tropic of Cancer or Capricorn, but it could be getting little bit colder or warmer current depending what type of current is functioning over there. It mostly affects the coastal areas because as we know they are bordering these oceans or seas, so obviously they will be most affected rather than the places which are very inside, because they already are suffering from continentality. Coming to the last point, which is called relief. When we talk about relief, as we did in another I think video, relief is basically landforms, okay, mountains or plateaus, those we call as relief features which stand up from the plain. So mountains as barriers also play a role in the climate condition. So mountain we saw in altitude. Another role that they play is, suppose this is a mountain and these are winds coming from somewhere, there are clouds over here. So this mountain is so tall, what it will do is it will obstruct these winds over here and it will force these clouds to burst over here, leading to lot of rainfall. So this would become the rain fed area, okay, windward side. If this, you can see this is a sad smiley, which means the wind cannot cross this mountain and go to this side. So there is no rainfall. It is a dry side, drought prone area. This is the leeward side. So but the mountain has to be tall. You cannot now say a hill can obstruct or something. It has to be really tall or high to bring this kind of obstruction, okay. So it can also obstruct cold and hot winds. So suppose cold winds are coming from this place and I am staying over here. If these cold winds come, that might be very detrimental to my crops. This mountain will obstruct this cold winds coming from here. It will also obstruct hot winds coming from here and protect this area. So mountains kind of help to maintain the weather conditions by not letting others to influence the weather condition. Mountains can lead to precipitation or rainfall, we saw. Then we saw what is the windward side, this side where you get lot of rainfall, leeward side, the sad smiley side where you do not get rainfall. That's it for today's video, where we talked about the difference between climate and weather. Then we talked about the climate controls, which are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind systems, sea, ocean currents, onshore winds and relief. So these points go on to determine the weather and climate of any area. If you have any doubt, kindly put down your doubt in the comment section and click the subscribe button to be updated with all the videos that would be coming as per the demands. Thank you.